Good morning, welcome to NTM video from Tyro Park in Puerto de la Cruz on this beautiful sunny morning. I'm going to take you around the park area today, so what we're waiting for, let's jump in. So I'm currently walking up the roadway. You can get access down at the side of the Bellair. It's a one-way street up to the parking area and the cafe restaurant. There's also a set of steps that you can access at the base of the Bellair. There we've got views down the coast and over towards Loro Parque. And just over there in the distance, which I'll zoom in, is where I live. So I'm going to take you and show you the views down to Puerto first, and then we'll go around the garden area. There's the cafe up the top, look. And there we have the views down to Puerto, look, there's the lighthouse. And just here, the clump of trees, is Plaza del Charco. Right down that street, at the end you can see the harbour just through the gap. And across to the right there is Plaza de la Iglesia. Now this, guys, is the Bellair, built around the end of the 50s, early 60s. What I call, and what a lot of people call, as a monstrosity. It doesn't fit in with the architecture of Puerto at all. Anyway, just to the right of it, you can see the turquoise pool. That is Lago Martianes. In this area you've got the Martianes beach. And those buildings on the top there is the La Paz area of Puerto de la Cruz. So these gardens used to belong to the Hotel Gran Tyro. I'm going to go up there in a bit and have a look at it and see how it's progressing. Look at this, how beautiful. So the waterfall's going today. I do seem to find steps, so I'm coming down this side, but I'm going to go back up the other side, so I've got to climb more steps. Really worth a visit up here. Hotel Gran Tyro, which we'll get closer to shortly. But for now, it's time for a coffee. See you soon. How beautiful. So here's the Gran Tyro, but the guys are working. It's a Saturday, so obviously trying to hit some sort of deadline. Well, let's go round the front. Built in 1890, this hotel, and it's had some notorious guests over the years. One of them, you'll know, is Agatha Christie. And it's had lots of problems, financial problems. It first owned by the British, then the Germans, and it's currently been refurbished back to its 5-star glory, because this was Spain's first luxury hotel. People used to come here from Northern Europe when they'd got respiratory problems, because this area was considered very good for their breathing. Now, 2 bits of information. This hotel used to house the casino, and the casino was later moved down to Lago Martianes, and from there it's now opposite the Hotel Las Vegas. And this hotel years back had a small fire, and the current owners at that time had let the insurance policy lapse. So again, it lost some more money and was in financial trouble. But it's looking good now. I would guess when this is opened, it'll look a really, really nice hotel. I intend to come in and have a look. Now guys, this is another parkland area that belonged to that hotel, and it's currently closed off. The famous Bill Murray is here doing some outside theatre work, so it looks like they've closed it off. I'll try and get round the park on the other side. So this is called Parque de la Sortica. I think it's about 44,000 square meters of parkland. There it is. That's a nice badminton net. Portable. There you go. Veranos del Tyro. They started refurbing that hotel, maybe a couple of years back actually. And at that time a lot of the wild parrots were nesting there. And since the builders moved in, they've moved out into the parkland. Let's take a look at this bougainvillea. Got a little pond here, and over to my left is a dog training area. Wow, look at these. There you go, dog training. So they've taken all this area over. I'm surprised I can get in this close. Crepes, beer tent, burgers. And here is the rector's house of the Anglican Church. So on my right is the Anglican Church, and that was built here when the British owned that hotel. They built the Anglican Church and a library, but the library's since moved. Got another little cafe here in the corner. And there is Bill Murray himself. So here's the church. And here is a memorial garden to one of the air crashes here in the north of Tenerife. I believe this one came down near La Matanza. Of course, we all know about the big one when they were on the runway at the North Airport, and quite a lot of souls lost their lives. So just down here, guys, you can go down to Alberto's. It's a little bar that sits with views across Puerto de la Cruz. We're now on the perimeter of La Sortija. You can see the park here again, look. There's actually an outside gymnasium in there as well. Across the way you've got the Hotel Tagaiga. Let's go and have a look at those flowers. Right, we'll go back into the park. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.